that gives me 4 minutes, so let me run through quickly. That I wanted to say that plan to fail. Right? It's very important that we always plan to succeed, and in the course we actually don't plan. Right? We always put a business plan for others. We put a financial projection for others. We put a business model, what we think a customer will buy, then we actually think it works. So most of us are not, at least we as Indians are not really taught to plan. I think it starts from very early age that we always live on others' plans. So it's very rarely that we learn to plan. And so here, as an entrepreneur and as talking to entrepreneurs, my advice is before you actually start planning your business any further, whatever stage you're in, start planning to fail. And I'm not trying to kick the success out, but if success is to touch that point, I think these are some of the things we really have to look at as means, right? First thing is that you look at value, then you look at the process, you look at the people, you look at the skills, you look at the ability to execute, right? And also look at the market. So I had a little longer story to why those things, but let's see if I can come back in the next 2 minutes. So, okay. So here are some of the things that we consistently have to look at, as that you look at whatever is your solution or product as your proposition that you're going out with, how it can fail. I'm trying to give you a plan to fail. So whatever is your offering, look at how this can fail for you. Whatever is your product or service or a solution, where all it can fail. Put some time into it, keep an empty sheet of paper and look at it yourself as if you are a customer, what will you see as that? And look at your competition. And from that perspective, whatever your competition is doing, which could make you fail. Because they do this, and if they do that, even if they are doing something that can get you to fail, or even if they are not doing something, but what if they do something, then that could lead you to fail. See, this is something you don't really do. Most of the time we look at our competition, we tend to see that I'm better than them, right? So somebody was asking you there that your competition is better, bigger. You only try to justify how you can be better than them, than see that, okay, if they are this good or if they do this, how it can hurt me and how I can fail with that. And likewise with the market. I would like to say market more from a larger perspective, not specifically from a competition. Because market is much larger and you end up getting influenced or impacted by various other aspects of the market beyond your competition. So what are the situations in the market that could get you to fail in whatever is the industry you're in? So spend some time, because this is something we don't definitely do, right? And financially. So there are multiple aspects to failing with the finance. Most of the time we only look at if I don't get money. Right? That's the only aspect most of us look at. That if I don't get money, I will fail. So that's why I need money. How would you fail if you get that money? How would you fail if you get money from A investor to a B investor? If it is debt versus equity funding versus a private equity coming, which is a convertible debt. So how would you fail? See, it is very important, particularly you, when you're looking at getting to the Series A funding, you really have to look at it. But at the same time, whoever is looking at a seed level or angel investor also, you really have to look at it that what are the scenarios that could get you to fail from the financial aspect. Don't think only from the aspect that if I don't get money, I'll fail. You get money and you could still fail, and be prepared for that. And lastly, of course, the team. We talked about it even you could fail because of your very co-founder.
Housing.com.
Yeah.
Classic
so
example.
you just a whole lot of examples. And in fact, we at Pitchtune had about 33 startups pitching since February. And last week we had a meetup. And of them, 3 of the startups don't exist today. Out of which 2 startups, the founders have split. They no longer are together. One of them is running a venture, other one is looking for a job. So teams also fail. So you may be 7-member team, 9 co-founders, 7 co-founders, 5 co-founders. Irrespective, 2 is also good enough to spoil a marriage. Right? So
actually the biggest problems come when there are only 2.
Oh well, more is also very complicated.
Yeah,
and the split happens in a very different way. So plan. So I'm trying to say plan on these aspects how you fail. And then, sorry? And yeah, yeah. So then you would be able to, once you address that, you look at your every team mapping, you look at your resource mapping, you look at your opportunity mapping, and then you look at pivoting it based on how you are able to address the fail aspects of it. So once you look at what are aspects that can get you to fail, then you'll be able to do this exercise a lot more easily. You can map your own thing based on your aspects of that which could get you to fail. See, in fact, a lot of people try to do these exercises without doing the fail exercise, then you will not be able to be effective about it. So you do that and then you get to it, and then we get to succeed. Yeah. Thank you so much. We can do next. Wait. No questions, right? So good.
Sir, how much we can analyze the failure points?
How much you can?
How much we can analyze the failure points?
Do failure points.
How
much
much?
can you analyze with failure?
See, it's not. I can't answer from a point that you need to have minimum 3 points to be able to get to a point. But if you are able to get to these things, see, it's not about how many lines. Even if it is one aspect that will get you to fail, then after you have to look up and see that what do you have to do so that you don't get to that. See, that will get you to. See, this is where how much will this exercise will help you how much analysis you have to do from failure when you get down to mapping it.
But you can't keep on analyzing until you
Yeah.
Yes.
You can actually corrective action. Corrective
You
action.
can actually do
But
a risk.
failure,
You can do a
failure
risk
comes from
mitigation
outside and
mapping.
success comes from within.
What is more important?
So,
we
we
can't
can't-
regular fail analysis or regular SWOT analysis?
No, do
Regular
deep
analysis.
analysis.
Ah.
How will it kill you? Right? This is the
Oh, SWOT analysis give us the SWOT
No, no,
analysis.
no.
The failure thing.
deal killer. Do deal killer. The next in priority is market killer. These are the two which will make you succeed out. Deal killers are, you know your friend is there, but he's not showing full interest in working in your company, and you and I don't see eye to eye, but you're still hanging on. That could be a deal killer.
So ideally, you look at each of it because even whatever the solution you're selling today, which is extremely well selling, but day after tomorrow it may not be relevant. So you really need to be doing it. But at what frequency? I think that's a matter of impact that you're having, and if you're able to time and again go back to
One example of the solution service would be the pages. It's
Ah,
very
pages
short-lived.
with, very short.
Very short-lived. And a company like Motorola went into that.
oh well, that is a continuous thing, right? I mean,
So,
irrespective
just
of
give me
all that
example.
exercise, you have Tata winding up and writing off such a
Xenos.
multi-million-dollar thing. So mistakes keep happening, but the reality is even the biggest of plans are not doing this plan to fail exercise.
One more thing, like just my thought. Fail is a negative word. So if we
No, but it's a realistic
That's-
word.
yeah, realistic. That is true. But if you are founding a company and every day you are discussing with your teams like failure,
You don't have to discuss
You don't
every
have to
day.
You don't have to discuss.
No,
You
you
don't
founders
discuss
at least, right? So if you
Hey,
build this kind of sense to your team members, like okay, if you do, you will fail. So then it will be generate negative energy.
Hey, but
So-
do it once in 3 months.
Once
Call it
it's-
a
Yeah,
threat.
that is called SWOT analysis, I think.
It's
Right,
not
so-
SWOT analysis. It's
Threat, what is your
risk-
threat? That is
risk
actually fail,
analysis.
right?
There is a difference.
You are
If
still
you
looking
if
at
you
your
explain what is your threat,
SWOT
that is
analysis
the
won't
risk.
give you threat, right?
It
You
won't
go,
discuss.
you are only listing it out. You are only listing it out.
SWOT won't give you
Risk.
threat. It will just give you
Risk.
the risk.
Risk versus impact, and then you'll hit the high right.
I think this is something which has to be insisted for all the entrepreneurs because those who get into
Irrespective of
entrepreneurship
the
are
size you
eternal
are in.
optimists.
No, the idea is just to say that apart from keep reworking on your business plan, work on your
Yes.
fail plan also, so that you don't fail without planning it. So you plan to fail so that you work to succeed. You don't mess it up, so you can correct it. You can address it at every aspect. Yeah. Thank you.